Topic 1. DHS funding standoff has prompted threats and plans to deploy ICE agents to U.S. airports, underscoring escalating enforcement and administrative friction. A partial government shutdown is hampering aviation security. Travelers are being pushed toward informal solutions like paying or tipping TSA officers, while nonprofits, unions, and airports step in to feed stranded TSA staff. Elon Musk offered to cover TSA salaries to ease airport lineups amid a budget standoff. Summary: the DHS funding standoff has led to threats to deploy ICE agents to airports and highlights growing enforcement and administrative friction. A partial government shutdown is harming aviation security as TSA staffing falls unpaid and wait times lengthen. Democrats press for systemic changes to ICE CBP, while some Republicans seek budget workarounds. Private groups and donors are stepping in to help frontline staff, though legal and ethical questions persist. The situation is affecting airport operations and security planning in the near term. Details. Background. Since mid-February, a DHS partial shutdown left funding unresolved, creating payroll and budget pressures. About 120,000 DHS employees remain, with roughly 50,000 TSA agents unpaid, leading to absences and security line delays in places such as Atlanta, Houston, Newark, and Dallas. ICE deployment threats and plans. President Trump warned that ICE agents could be sent to airports if DHS funding is not passed, and Tom Homan said ICE could be deployed at some airports to assist TSA with non-technical tasks, with deployment reportedly set for Monday. Democrats argue that untrained ICE personnel could worsen airport safety and human rights concerns. Political deadlock and demands. Democrats oppose the DHS budget over ICE CBP reforms, citing incidents in Minneapolis as justification. Some Republicans are weighing proposals to pass TSA funding first and address ICE CBP separately or through negotiated deals. On-site responses and private support. With prolonged unpaid status, airports, regional groups, and unions have organized meals and basic supplies for staff, though legal, ethical issues arise due to federal restrictions on gifts to government workers. Some airports are distributing food, vouchers, and other forms of relief. Private funding proposals. Elon Musk suggested on social media that he would fund TSA salaries to reduce lineups, but practical implementation and legal constraints remain unclear. Impact summary. The funding stalemate is shrinking airport security staffing and driving longer wait times, while the ICE deployment threat adds to security operational and political tensions. The ultimate effect depends on the outcome of policy negotiations and funding decisions. Topic 2. Fuel prices jumped amid tensions with Iran. Household electricity bills are up roughly 6% year over year. Geopolitical shocks, especially linked to the Iran war and U.S. policy shifts dubbed Trumpflation, are driving energy volatility, inflationary pressure, and even threatening global food supplies. Summary: geopolitical tensions with Iran have driven rapid increases in fuel prices, pressuring airlines and transport operators and prompting cost-saving measures that could raise fares. U.S. household electricity bills have risen about 6% year over year, with wide state variations. The broader policy and war-related shocks, Trumpflation, are feeding energy volatility, inflation, and potential risks to food supplies globally, with knock-on effects for housing, markets, and consumer costs. Details. Fuel price surge. Iran-related tensions sent international oil and jet fuel prices higher. United Airlines projected fuel at up to $175 per barrel, signaling a short-term route reduction by about 5% to absorb costs. Jet fuel prices have doubled in recent weeks. Airline and travel impact. Airlines are considering route reductions, suspensions, e.g. some services to Tel Aviv and Dubai, and fare increases. While hedging has cushioned some near-term shocks, post-hedge fuel costs could raise airfares.